What's good, homies? What's good? It's your man, Dr. BOA, man. We back up in the joint. Welcome back to the Alpha Sphere. Shout out to the GLG. Shout out to the Alpha Sphere, man. Welcome back, man. The Alpha Brethren. Appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Good to be back again. Good to be back in tune with y'all, man. Hey, hope everybody, man, been having a bang up week so far, man. We got one more day left in this thing, man. TGIF tomorrow. Let's have a great show tonight, man, and make this thing phenomenal. Salute, man. I appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate everybody supporting the music, man. Everybody supporting the content, man. Supporting the Patreon, man. Supporting everything, man. Been having some great conversations, man, with you guys, man. These consultations, man. Hey, listen, man. To all the guys, man, that I chopped up with on these consultations, man. Believe it or not, man, it creates an energy to where when I see you in the chat, I know you now. You know what I'm saying? Like I know your story. I know your grind. I know the things you're going through, the things you're building through, the things you're climbing, the obstacles you're overcoming, man. And it makes me feel like I'm a part of your struggle, man. So I'm not saying that to try to promote no consultations and nothing like that, man. Y'all know me. I don't promote money making schemes, man. I just come in here and do what God put me here to do. And whatever support come from that, come from it, man. But you ain't gonna never hear me, man. I'm here asking you to do nothing, man, or requiring you to do nothing. But apply the information to your life and then you will see that 100% of the time it's gonna work for you. So salute, man. Salute, spiritual alpha. Salute, my brother, man. Y'all get that brother salute right there, man. That brother, he on his mission, man, on his journey, man. You know what I'm saying? Turning his life over to where it's supposed to be, man, and following his spirit, man, as opposed to his carnal man, man. And we all know, man, everybody who's made that journey is a wonderful journey, man. But for you, man, who haven't made that journey, and you're still around here chasing women, and you're still around here putting women first, and even worse than all of that, you're around here doing everything you're doing to get the woman, to get the woman, man. Let me tell y'all something right now. Doing any and everything to get the woman is the quickest way to find yourself without nothing, nothing at all. So today, man, we're going to talk about why you should always put you before the broad. I'm talking about every one of them. I'm talking about any one of them. I'm talking about every one of them, no matter who it is. You got to put yourself before every single woman that you come into contact with. You got to do it. Let's talk about it. Now, let's let's cover the elephant in the room. Y'all know here in the Alpha Sphere, we talk about applying pimp principles to the square world. Now, what are pimp principles, Dr. BOA? First of all, we're not talking about pimping because that don't apply to the square world. See, you can't use those principles and practices that you can use with women who are against calling the police on you in the world where women will call the police on you. You can't do those things in a world where people will pay attention and call the police on you for doing some of those things to your woman. You can't do that in a world where the woman already got her own money. See, it's easy to find a woman who ain't got nothing, who homeless, ain't got nothing, and get her on your same team. The issue comes, the skill comes to when that woman start living better and you keep her on your program. So what I did, just like with hustlers, I took the best of what pimps offered and left the other trash to them. All the stuff that gets you in the penitentiary, get you all these charges and leave you broke and destitute at the end of your life. I left that with them. But the spiritual connection with a woman to make her believe what you're telling her is the gospel. That's the principle of pimping, man, that you gotta implement that into every interaction you have with every woman you interact with. And so that's what we do. We take the best of everything that's on the turf, the best from the peas, the best from the hustlers, the best from the gangsters. We take it all from them and put it all together, because those are some phenomenal skills to have in the square world. The mouthpiece of the P is a great skill to have in the square world. The no nonsense mindset of the gangster is a great skill to have in the square world, even in business. The never spend more than you make, never spend your re-up money is one of the greatest mindsets of the hustler, and it applies to the square world. Mindset of the hustler kept me from throwing my money away in Bitcoin and all that crypto crap. Kept me from throwing my money away in it. If it did good in it, cool. Kept me throwing my money away in it though, and I don't regret it 1 minute. So today we're gonna talk about why men chase women and still can't get laid or paid by the broad. And it's because you don't put yourself first. So let's get into this thing. Warhammer, salute. Appreciate the 2 bones, man. Let's take a dive into this thing, man. Now, what we see here is Kanye West going through a lot, speaking on what he believes in, saying, okay, the money was good, but the money ain't worth keeping myself from saying the things I need to say and speaking on these truths, and watching my own people try to tear me down. But even through all of this, even though the man net worth allegedly dropped from 6 billion to 500 million in a week, man, he still got to pay 200,000 a month in child support. And let me tell y'all something, just in case you didn't know. Child support that you have to pay as a part of a divorce proceeding tends to be a little bit more than you would pay if there was no divorce. See, because what you have done is created a lifestyle for this woman, your wife, and the mother of your children. And it's the judge's job and her attorney's job to make sure that you help her maintain that lifestyle. And it also shows you that you have no business inviting the Jezebel spirit into your life as your wife. At no point. If your woman's claim to fame is being exposed in an intimate interaction with another man, she is no wife. She is no wife, bruh. And here's the thing about it. We can't live in this society where it tells you that, okay, that was her past. Find me a man who has a felony conviction, who can walk around and tell an employer, that was my past, who can go to court again and say, wait a minute, judge, don't act like this is my second felony. That first one was my past. What man has filed bankruptcy and can turn around and say, no, don't hold that against me. Forget that's on my credit report. That was in my past. It's kind of like the principle of doxing. I don't buy into that. There's nothing you can tell me that somebody did 20 years ago that I give a damn about. We were all younger and dumber 20 years ago. Think about it. If you're 25 right now, hey man, you was in kindergarten 20 years ago. We were all younger and dumber 20 years ago. Now, if you show me some file that somebody did last month, hey man, all right, bro, you probably need to stop talking all positive. You still out there living foul. But 10, 15, 20 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't care what somebody did. I don't care if somebody lost a house or lost a car or got divorced or went bankrupt or was homeless or any of that in their past. All it does is make you who you are. Did it make you or did it break you? The problem is, in this scenario, that intimate exposure with another man made this woman. We wouldn't have known who she was. She wouldn't have popped off. What other talent does she have? Her talent is looking good in intimate interaction with another man. And she has milked it and made hundreds of millions of dollars off of it. Why did this man think he should have married her? Why did this man think he should have dated Amber Rose. It's the same reason that you men can't get laid or paid by the broad that you chasing, because you chasing her. Many men need an intervention before they get money. Many men need to be shown what it means to be internally strong, spiritually strong, mentally strong, emotionally strong before they get money. Because what you'll find out is that many men who get women now did not get women before they had money. And it's a different interaction when you have money. A woman who does not like you will act like she does if you have money. You will be having a positive interaction with a woman that is really a negative interaction because the woman is acting. You ain't been able to get no women, so if you got to pay them to get them, you will, because you ain't got the intestinal fortitude. Man, you don't have the gonads to place demands on her. You just happy to have her. Chewing gum on camera, man, my bad. You just happy to finally have her. So what we're gonna do is talk about why you must not be a victim of your own desire to get a woman. And by victim, I mean lose things, compromise things. I mean, just put yourself in terrible predicaments in order to get the woman. Let's continue.
To know.
Son, husband. Here is a woman, a much older woman, who doesn't want a woman in her son's life because her son is her man. Now, I'm not saying there's any hanky panky and then intimate going on, but I'm saying all of the things that a woman should have a man that she can rely on to provide. A woman who doesn't have that will want to have those things from her son, which indeed is the son husband, which indeed is the son who is a son when it's beneficial to the woman, and who is also a husband when it is beneficial to the woman. Did you hear this young man say, this woman is giving me the support and the structure that I need to be the best man I can be? This woman has ruined this young man. He is still under the impression that a woman can give him what he needs to be the best version of himself. No, it can help you be society's best version of yourself. The only way you can be the best version of yourself as a man is you have to be taught that by a man who has become the best version of himself. Stop believing that a woman can tell you what you need to be as a man. She cannot. The majority of the time, she don't even know what she needs to be as a woman. She needs your guidance. She don't need you to follow her. I've never met a woman who didn't need my guidance. Ever. So how can you put yourself in a situation where you are implementing the mindset of a woman by following a woman? And the thing is, this is a young woman. Why, if you can, boy, don't it make sense to you if you can't follow an older woman who is supposedly wiser, at the very least more experienced? Why do you think you can follow a younger woman? This is what happens when a woman puts a cocoon around her son. Because a man, and this gonna hurt some feelings, a man is not required to jump through hoops to be in a child's life. If a woman make you jump through hoops, let her have a child. I ain't jumping through no hoops. I ain't no circus act. I ain't got no gasoline draws on. I ain't jumping through no flaming hoop either. I ain't walking no tightrope. I ain't swinging on no trapeze. I ain't doing none of that. I'm not finna dive off no platform into no cup of water. I'm not finna do none of that. I'm not putting my head in no lion mouth. I'm gonna be in the crowd eating peanuts, popcorn with everybody else because I'm at the circus watching the clowns out there being the circus for the brawl, being the circus animals for the brawl. I ain't gonna be that. And you shouldn't either.
Born.
You're my mom and my dad. Therein lies the problem. Here's what you men have to understand. Your mama was not your mom and your dad any more than your dad can be your mom and your dad. Your mama was your mama. Your ass didn't have no dad. Chalk that up. See, this is what happens when a woman puts that cocoon around her son and keeps him from everyone. An overprotective mother is the ruin of a young man. An overprotective mother will prevent a young man from ever becoming the version of himself he needs to. Why? Because he will always rely on a woman to help him become that best version. The first man I ever heard publicly say that behind every bad boy that's a good girl was Diddy. Look at how questionable that boy's behavior is. Look at all the monkey business he's been involved in. Look at all the images of this guy hugged up with other guys, dancing close, nuts to butt with other guys, being so close in the man's face, look like he about to kiss him. This is what happens when you are convinced that your mama is your daddy. You do not seek out male guidance. You do not seek out male leadership. You do not seek out the value that a man can bring to your life because your mama has convinced you that she can do that for you. But she can't. She can't do it. It's not in her to do. No one can even teach her to do it. No matter how much of a man she thinks she is or how masculine she wants to act, she can't do it. She never could. And this is how you end up.
What did you want?
Never put yourself in a situation where you believe your mama can teach you how to be a man. You can never follow the advice of a woman when it comes to being the type of man you're supposed to be. A woman is either going to try to convince you to be the type of man that society says you should be, which is a beta male simp mangina, or she's going to try to convince you to be the type of man that she would want, which is a beta male simp mangina that panders to her specifically, or she's going to teach you to be the opposite of the man she's attracted to but can't control, which is a beta male simp mangina who will acquiesce to her demands. Don't do it, brothers. It doesn't make sense.
In comparison to women, you know more single dads, do you know, than single women?
Excuse me, can I get a second? You're forgetting about the part about the fathers who's
Yeah,
trying
that's
to be
right. I think
parents.
that's the
Hold up,
part.
I'll let you talk. You're forgetting about the parent.
Stop it.
All right, you about to. You're forgetting about the fathers who's not given a chance to be a parent. My father tried to be there. Because he wasn't with my mother no more, she made that shit so toxic for him,
Yep.
he
That's
had
not
to
what
let
you
me
know.
go. So you saying, yes,
currently
no,
right
no,
now-
hold up. I'll let you talk. My mother didn't even want me, but still didn't want my father to take
Yep,
care of me.
spite.
Okay?
So I see both perspectives.
But you're still not seeing the
but
perspective of women not allowing men to be fathers.
That's
Yep.
a small percentage.
No, that's to you.
I can't speak
That's
to that.
to you.
Look at here, brothers. I'm going to tell y'all like this. I didn't even plan for these two pieces of content to be back to back like that. I just strung them all together. I kind of just let the spirit guide me, man. I don't try to think my way through too much, man. I use logic when my spirit takes me to a crossroads, then I use logic. Whenever I get to a fork in the road, logic kicks in. Otherwise, I just let the spirit move me, man. But this is the perfect segue into this piece of content. See, here's what you men have to understand. Many times you see a young man who is stuck with his single mom, stuck with her. And you look out and you let this society convince you that the man abandoned his children. You let these women convince you that men are abandoning their children. We just saw a young boy who thinks his mom is his dad and his mom. Now you may say, well, BOA, how do you know that she forced his dad out? She trying to force a woman out of his life. You know how much control your dad have over your life, even in your life? You don't think she blocked the blessing of that boy having his dad in his life? The same way she trying to block the blessing of him even learning how to interact properly with a woman. It's a blessing to know how to properly interact with a woman, not from a position of power. He got a long way to go because he's been in a position of powerlessness his whole life. Then you see this next guy who's still harboring resentment and ill feelings toward his mother, who he believes did not even want him, but just wanting to keep his father out of his life. And when we say things about how this is this implementation of, hey, I'm a mother and a father, I'm a strong mother, I can do it by myself. No, hell, you can't. The very moment the single motherhood rate rose, the imprisonment rate rose, the death rate rose, the AIDS rate rose, the dropout rate rose, the homelessness rate rose. The amount of men being institutionalized for mental disorders rose. Don't tell me you can do it by yourself. You can't. Any young man you see who is successful, who grew up without his father in his life, who grew up in a single mother home, there are men you can look at who took him under their wing. If he was an athlete, there were coaches who took him under their wing. If he was a educational stalwart, if he was a ace in the classroom, there are instructors and professors who took him under their wing. There's boys clubs around. There's mentors. There's alpha content, red pill content, self-improvement content, motivational content. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village of men to raise a boy into a man. So we're going to stop sitting around here acting like women are doing a wonderful job turning out great young men, because the prisons are full of examples of what happens when there is no father. Now, am I saying fathers don't abandon their children? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying there are situations where men aren't equipped to do it, and so they figure they just ain't going to do it. I know that for a fact. I know that happens. What I'm saying is, regardless of the reason, somebody else go figure that out. Somebody else go chase the statistics and chase the numbers so they can come on and say, well, this percentage of household, the woman put the man out. This percentage of household, the man left. I don't care about none of that crap. Go deal with some broad or some broad type brother to get the numbers. I'm telling you, the end result is that if that boy don't have no positive male role models, no men who can influence him in a masculine way in his life, that boy gonna turn out bad. It ain't no boy nowhere that turned out good and didn't have some male role models or male influences along the way. None. Let's get back into this thing, man. It puts you in a mindset where you seek validation from women because you're so used to getting validation from your mama. The same way a girl who's been led by her father, a positive father, a spiritually astute father, masculine father, alpha father, is going to transition into that same position with her alpha husband. It's the same way a boy who's been bowing down and acquiescing to the demands of his mother is going to transition into a situation with a woman. He's going to play the son role to her. It goes from son husband to husband son. Have you ever seen a husband son? Have you ever seen a man who has to ask, can he do things? Who has to ask, can he go places? Who has to ask, can he talk to this person? Who has to ask, can somebody come over? Who has to ask all of these things? Have you ever seen a man who has to do that? That's the opposite of a son husband. That's a husband son. And the thing about it is, the husband son used to be a son husband. and may still be. Sometimes your mother and your woman be in cahoots, man, using you up, fool. Stop letting people tell you you don't need to listen to men who have been there, who have done that. Any man who tells you you don't need to listen to nobody, if you ain't had no man in your life at no point, you do need to listen to somebody. Ain't nobody but a beta male simp man Johnny gonna tell you that you ain't had no man to tell you that all this time. Don't listen to nobody. Half of the time, these dudes who be saying this, man, they done had terrible lives. They've been making dumb decisions their whole life. They learned a bunch of hard lessons, but you didn't go their path. Let's keep going, man.
So when a woman goes and is promiscuous with other men, it actually, like, I think what happens a lot of times, the body actually rejects it, because a lot of women will get, like, men can sleep around a lot of the times and they don't get STIs. I'm not saying that, listen, I'm not saying men don't ever get STIs. Listen close. I'm saying they don't get them as often as women. If a woman, and there's reasons for that, and anatomically and a lot of stuff that we won't get into. However, when a woman sleeps around, something subconscious happens in her mind and at the level of her core where she knows that it's not right. And she'll tend to get infections, mild STIs and stuff, because it's not natural. She's not supposed to be giving in the community. She's supposed to be giving to one man. And so I think it's nature's way to kind of balance it and be like, you're not supposed to be doing that. Let's get your pH back, and you need to be with one man.
Look at here, man. Every now and then, we'll hear a woman who's going to be honest about something. And I like to, as opposed to always showing, women at their worst and, some example of the worst you can think, I like to show these women who, at the very least, speak as if they have some good sense, some common sense, a willingness to accept the truth. That's why I tell you, man, a woman's body count matters because it affects her. We're not talking about just the value of the woman. We're talking about the negative way it affects her, the energy exchange that takes place. These things will affect you as well. A woman who has let me tell you something. Let me tell you 2 telltale signs that a woman has been with a bunch of men. One, she has more masculine energy, so she's probably got a few whiskers growing on her face. You may not ever see them. She may laser them off. She may cut them off. If she cut them off, eventually you're gonna see them because she's gonna be around here looking like Rick Ross in a minute. She's gonna be around looking like BOA. But she's gonna laser them off. She's gonna keep them off there. She's gonna get them waxed off. She's gonna make sure they're not on there. But that masculine energy, it's an energy exchange. If you notice, the more men talk about having more women and more women and more women and more women, men become more effeminate. There's a whole bunch of backbiting and catcalling and backstabbing and a whole bunch of rhetoric and back and forth and guys having cat fights. And I'm not just talking about content creators. I'm talking about in the real world, in real life, in sports and entertainment, guys having cat fights and guys getting all emotional and getting mad over nothing and they acting like women. But the problem is when men get emotional, their number one emotion is anger. Anger pushed to a certain point automatically becomes violence. Men are naturally more violent than women because fighting for what you want is a man's mindset. And so it turns into over emotional actions that lead to this uptick in violence that we see, this uptick in cattiness that we see. That's why, man, I just do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Not because I'm better than nobody, but because I don't trust the energy. You understand what I'm saying? Whole bunch of cattiness, man. Like my circle is small. It's gonna always be small, man. I ain't too keen on adding nobody to it either. Matter of fact, it's more likely I'm gonna kick somebody out of it than add somebody to it because we live in a world where the energy exchanges between men and women, they don't have any substance. So it's all just a hormone change. There's not any real intimate connection, any real spiritual connection. People are just going around exchanging hormones with each other. And then you got all this hormone reassignment crap in the food, which we won't get into. You know what I'm saying? We won't talk about that here. Maybe we'll talk about that on Patreon, but we won't talk about it here. We get into all that stuff, man, and then you meet a woman, and then you wonder why she's so combative, why she's so argumentative, why she's arguing with you and trying to debate with you when she knows she don't know what the hell she's talking about. She debating with you about something she ain't never heard of before, but she's oppositional. Why? Because all that masculine energy in her makes her combative with your masculine energy. A truly feminine woman falls into her most feminine when you're your most masculine. Guys always say any woman will fall into, no, they won't. A woman who's spreading herself around and exchanging masculine energy with all these dudes, she is not going to acquiesce to the pressure, the demands, the power of your masculine energy because she got too much masculine energy of her own. Now you may eventually be able to, calm her down and put her in and put her in a less aggressive state, but it'll take a long time. And why you want to do that? Why you want to do that? There's women out here that are feminine. Trust me when I tell you, any man who tell you there ain't no feminine women out here, man, that man is a sucker. He ain't as masculine as he needs to be. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. There's feminine women out here. But what you have to do is make sure that you're not out getting caught up with chasing these women, man, who just because of how they look. Yes, she must be attractive to you. You must be not even attractive. Let's not use the word attractive because attractive could be anything. You know what I'm saying? I paint my Escalade red, everybody. Some people gonna love it, some people gonna hate it. I paint it green, some people gonna love it, some people gonna hate it. Attractiveness is just, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about arousal. Does the woman arouse you? Once you get to the point of arousal, any more beauty after that is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. There's only so aroused you're going to be. Once you get to the point where the woman arouses you, there is nothing left as far as beauty goes. Stop thinking about beauty after that. Stop thinking about physical attractiveness after that. All she got to do is arouse you. I'm talking about effortless arousal. She shows up, you arouse. She comes around, you arouse. What else is there? Beyond that, you start getting into society's definition of what beauty is. And many men get caught up in that. Overlooking the energy of a woman, overlooking the Jezebel spirit, overlooking all of that to say, oh, guess what? I've got a woman that you would call a dime. Well, first of all, you don't know what I would call a dime, so you ain't got no woman that I would call a dime. These men would take a contentious woman. The woman that you should leave alone, they will take her because she's beautiful. They will deal with her foolishness because she's beautiful in their mind. But if you use your spiritual eye, you can see into the spirit of a woman. Instead of looking at her behind, look at her eyes. Look in her eyes. The window to a woman's soul is her eyes, boy. If you understand how to read a woman's eyes, you don't have the issues that men are having out here with women. Let's get back into this thing, man.
You're calm down. I can't be fucking touched.
I didn't touch you,
I
man.
was raped not that long ago, and I can't stand another man touching me.
Well, no one did that.
I just can't.
Is this a prank?
I can't. He won't go away. He needs to go away. He's the fucking problem.
I need to leave?
No. We'll take you to the
I still got, okay. She threw some of my stuff.
Okay, we'll just take you to another.
Hell if I know. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not. You're not sorry.
She wasn't sorry when she cut in line and then
You!
screamed
I didn't see you.
to make it. Oh, I just asked her if she saw
Just
anyone
leave.
in
Just
line.
fucking leave. Just go.
That's an
Leave.
adult.
You're making it loud.
Let's just walk up.
I'm just talking.
Walk up to her. Walk with Chris. Walk with Chris.
Just to calm everything down.
I can't calm down. I can't be fucking touched.
I didn't touch you,
I
man.
was raped not that long ago, and I can't stand another man touching me.
Now, I want y'all to think about the fact that this woman is walking around free, behaving this way. Think if that had been one of us. Think if that had been me. Maybe the reaction would have been different. What if it had been you? maybe the reaction would have been different. What if it had been somewhere where people weren't around and the woman just went bananas like that and started accusing the man of touching her when he didn't, acting a fool like this? And instead of calling someone to come get this woman, take her to the nut house, they're trying to remove the man out of her presence. I want you to understand what just happened. Instead of accosting the woman for acting a damn fool in public like that, they listened to her saying, he's the problem. Man ain't did nothing but say, why you jumped in front of me? You ain't see me right here? And instead of addressing the woman, they are telling the man, we're going to move you. Why? Because the woman is embarrassing everyone. We live in a society where a woman will do anything to embarrass you and her, because in the end, she's going to get what the hell she wants. That's why you have to govern yourself. Stop dealing with women who don't have positive feminine energy. Never be the man who's chasing women based on what they look like physically, because you don't even know if that's the true representation of what she is physically. You get her to the house, man, that little tight body, man, she take out that body girdle, man, all type of stuff fall on the floor. You stop and tell her, hey, no, you got to put all that right back in that body girdle and get on out of here. Pick all that up out my floor that just fell out that body girdle and get on out of here. You cannot keep valuing beauty more than content of character. Because you may be dealing with a woman right now who has this same content of character. That's how you get yourself jammed up. You get to dealing with a woman who doesn't have great content of character. That's going to affect your content of character, because if you lay down with dogs, you're going to come up with fleas, boy. Put your hand in the beehive, you're going to get stung by bees, boy. When you really think about it, my brothers, I want y'all to understand that you have too much to lose to put yourself in the shoes of these dudes who want a woman so bad that they'll accept her being rude and crude. That's not what you're here for. You're not here to be a stepping stone or step stool for a woman. You weren't born for that. You weren't born to be the victim of a woman's need for attention. Do you see? This was a pure grab for attention. First of all, she came up and jumped in front of the man in line. That was the initial attention grab. He said something. She grabbed the attention of the whole store. Why? Because she wanted her way. That's why you must only deal with a woman who buys into the process of your progress. The most important thing in her life must be to benefit you. If it's not that, then you're dealing with the wrong thing. I'm going to show y'all something right now. I tell y'all all the time that you can have a woman who's getting money. My girl get money now. Look, I'll be willing to bet money. Nah, I don't bet. Let me stop saying I'll be willing to bet money. Let me tell y'all something right now, man. You can have a woman who getting money, who still acquiesces to your demands, who still come home and cook for you three square meals or more. Or more. I don't ever have to cook. Ever. I'll be perfectly honest with you, she won't even let me cook. I try to go in the kitchen, man. She look at me like, what are you doing? I know what you're talking about, Charlotte. What you mean? I'm in. No. Baby, I don't need any help. I'm like, all right, cool. You sure you don't need no help? No. I got this under control. I'm going to prepare you the most amazing meal you've ever had. All right, I'm going to go over here and sit down. Let me give me something to drink. No, what do you want to drink? I'll bring it to you. I'm right here, though. But you shouldn't be right here, though. You were supposed to be over there relaxing with your feet kicked up in the recliner. I'm like, I'm going over here to the recliner. You want me to carry you over there? Nah, baby, I'll walk. I'm good. I can walk. Anything else you need? Okay. From now on, you need something. You just let me know. Please don't get up and get anything for yourself again. I said, well, okay then, fine. I just go over there and sit down in the recliner, man. Just kick my feet up, man. I'm like, okay, fine. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all right, I'm shit. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do? Say, girl, you don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me to go sit down. You don't tell me not to come in here and help. You don't tell me to let you feed me. What? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. But I know that some men are gonna say, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Rick, Rick man, Rick man say, damn, she sound like that. Hey man, listen, bro, you're not finna get no female sounding voice out of me, man. I can't edit it like I do on my joints, man. Well, I guess I could though. I probably could. Hold up. Let me see if I can do this. I might be able to do it. I ain't gonna mess with it right now, man. I forgot about that. I forgot to got them sound effect. I could have did it. But let's look at another example of that. Peep game.
Man who makes 7 figures, like my money does not retain my relationship, like my ability
There you
to.
go.
If he gets home at 6 a.m., me making breakfast when he gets home is what's retaining my relationship. It's never been my ability to. I'm a Forbes lister, top of my game, but that doesn't retain my relationship. Me cooking from scratch 3 times a day retains my relationship and retains me going on
3 times a day.
Yes, from scratch. I was on Food Network, but like me being able to cook, me being able to upkeep our home and like putting labels on everything, doing weirdo organizing shit is what's retaining my
It's
relationship.
not weird. It's fantastic.
A woman.
Like I tell you, man, it is all about your alpha energy. Don't worry about trying to be what the woman wants. Be the most alpha version of yourself. Only deal with women who show you attraction confirmation, and you will not have issues with women. I am tired of hearing men complain about issues they have with women. They're self-imposed. They're self-induced. You can stop them, man. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to live that way. You got to stop doing whatever it takes to get or keep a broad, man. She's supposed to be doing whatever it takes to get or keep you. You ain't supposed to be worrying about, oh man, I hope I don't lose her. She's supposed to be worrying about, oh, I hope I don't make him leave me. That's how she's supposed to be. But see, you got so many men who don't have that experience. You have a group of men who believe that the best thing you can do is compromise and acquiesce to women demand and do whatever you have to do in order to get the woman. Accept whatever you got to accept. Accept her being with other men, accept her talking to you crazy, accept her doing whatever she want to do, accept her coming and going as she please, accept her doing all of that, accept her not cooking, accept her not cleaning, accept her giving you just half-ass effort in the bedroom, accept her not giving you dome, accept her not doing, you cannot accept anything that a woman offers. Let that man over there accept it. You only accept what you demand, man. Let me tell y'all something. You deserve what you demand. You deserve what you demand. Now, you have to demand it with your actions and your words. You don't even have to demand it with your words, just your actions. You build yourself into the best version of yourself. The demands are going to come naturally because a woman is going to look at you and you know what she's going to see? She's going to see the type of man she always wanted. She's going to see the type of man she never thought existed. She's going to see the type of man where she look back in her life, she ain't never known a man like you. And if she did, it was a granddaddy or a daddy or an uncle. It wasn't nobody she ever knew. Wasn't nobody she ever dated and then like that. Wasn't nobody she went to school with and then like that. I'm telling you, you become the most alpha version of yourself. You become different from don't you think when you become different from anybody you ever met, you different from anybody that Broad ever met? I say again, don't you think when you become different from anybody you ever met, you are also different from anybody that Broad ever met? Doesn't that make logical sense to you? It ain't nobody like me. I ain't never met nobody like me. Ever. I've traveled this great country of ours. East Coast, West Coast, dirty South, Midwest, baby. Only region I ain't been to is Montana, Idaho. I ain't been up through there. But I'm telling you, man, I ain't never met nobody like me. So whenever I meet a woman, I can confidently say, baby, you ain't never met a man like me. I'm unlike anything you ever met. I ain't got to tell her that, but that's what I'm saying with the way I interact with her. I'm interacting with her in a way that no man's ever interacted with her because I know I can. I'm confident that I can. Stop listening to society's idea of what you should value and what value you should give. You as a man determine what you like. You determine what you want. And you also determine what it is that you can give to the world. When the world accesses me, they access something that they can't access anywhere else. It ain't got to be better. It ain't got to be worse. It just got to be different. When you start comparing whether you're better or worse than someone, you're comparing yourself to something that's the same as you. You ever seen them compare a Maserati Quattroporte to a Cadillac Escalade? No. They compare the Escalade to the Yukon, to the Navigator, to the Lexus 460. You ever seen them compare a Harley Davidson to a Honda CBR or to a Busa? No. They compare the Harley to the Gold Wing. To the Kawasaki, the Voyager. You don't have to be better. It's not about being better. It's about being different. You don't have to be better when you're one of a kind. There ain't no better or worse with one of a kind. It's the best and the worst. It's the last and the first. Let's get back into this thing, man.
You know, when you in your grind like me, I'm one of them dudes like this, Brent. I got to secure my finances because if I don't win, I got to take care of my family, taking care of people. So it's like I lock in some time, and I, I'm putting that first. You know, I'm putting that before everything. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, we out here living in a town where women want to be in competition with your dreams. And I'm not saying that was the case with her, but I wasn't even going to let it get that far. But it is what it is. But go ahead, what you
competition with your dreams? I like that.
No, motherfuckers be in competition in this day and game with the gram. A chick could tell you better chase me like you chase your money. That's not happening, baby. You got your life fucked up. Not me. Not me. Not Wallow267, aka Wallace Peoples. That would never happen.
But they just be testing a nigga when they say
they ain't testing me. Test somebody else. Go to school and take a test, baby. You ain't gonna do that shit with me.
Man, that's super real talk. You're not finna compete with in order for you to compete with my grind, you got to be on the same level as my grind. In order for you to compete with my grind, then you have to be as beneficial as my grind. Only thing you can do with my grind is contribute to it. That's all you could do is contribute to it. That's why I ain't got no time to hear no. I tell a woman, hey, I need you to do this, baby girl. If I hear, well, I can't do it, but I'm done with you. Hey, take care of this for me, shout. I can't do it, I'm done with you. And there ain't too many times I tell you do something your ass forget. If I say, hey, do that for me, shout. Then I get later on, I say, hey, did you handle that? Oh, I forgot. Okay. Let me get 2 or 3 of them forgots. You're out. Because everything that's on my mind, man, is about my grind. Everything that's on my mind is about my grind. Always put yourself before the broad, because putting yourself means putting your grind, putting your shine, putting your time, putting your mind, putting your spirit, putting everything before the broad. Everything got to come before the broad, man. Instead of doing whatever it takes to get her, you got to make her do whatever it takes to get you. That's why you got to stop giving a woman anything she doesn't earn, whether good or bad. Like, you got guys out here, man, that got a good girl treat her bad. She didn't earn that. Any more than a bad girl get treated good. She didn't earn that. You give a woman what she earned, whether it's good or bad. You can't give a woman something bad she didn't earn any more than you give her something good that she didn't earn. The goal is to give a woman what she earns, whether it's good or bad. If she deserves you in her life, give it to her. If she earns you leaving her alone, leave her ass alone. It ain't that hard to do. It ain't that hard to do, man. But you gotta stop worrying about physicality first. Once you get to the point where you're aroused, see, that's how men get caught up. You let people tell you, okay, your woman should look like this. Her hair should look like this. She should be this shade. She should be this race. She should be this tall. She should be this small. Listen, you know what arouses you. And if you such a beta male simp mangina that you can't be honest enough with yourself to deal with the type of woman that arouses you, man, you're a cream puff. You don't even deserve to be in the atmosphere, man. Get out of here right now. And don't come back till you get yourself together, young fella or old fella. This is your life. You got to live it. See, let me give y'all a mindset. Imagine yourself living on an island with no internet. That's how I live my life. I live my life on an island with no internet. When I'm off of here, I'm off of it. I don't get anything that I watch, anything that I don't get any information. Now I do Google stuff. I ain't gonna sit and tell you on Google then, but if I need some information about a particular vehicle, or I need some information, some information that I can apply to my life on applicable information. You know what I'm saying? I want a recipe about how to do this, or how can I make a substitute, a non-dairy substitute for something. I'll look that up. But I'm talking about my preferences, the thing that I should like, the thing that I should do, the thing that I shouldn't do. Bro, let me tell you something. For my life, I figured that out. And I figured it out in a way that doesn't create detriment. The goal is to not do things that are detrimental to your life. And if you are doing things that are detrimental to your life in any way, you need some guidance. Man, it's okay to need guidance. I ain't always been like this. I had to seek guidance. I ain't always been OG BOA, man. I mean, I always been a young OG, but you get it. I had to learn my way as well. But I do not get, man, this is the type of woman that's in now. Okay, she'll be out next year. I like what I like, homie. And once you master the art of liking a woman for who she is, as opposed to just how she looks, you'll understand that how she is, you'll focus so much on that even the most beautiful woman in the world, you tend to forget how she looks because you're not thinking about how she looks anymore. You're thinking about the energy exchange. You're thinking about how positive her presence is in your life. You know what I'm saying? Think about how positive her presence. So go out in nature. Go out in nature and listen to the amount of things that you can hear, but you can't see, that make nature amazing. Go out at night, listen to the crickets. Tell me how many crickets you see versus how many you hear. You see what I'm saying? Life is about more than using your sense of sight, man. You have a sense of sight, you have a sense of sound, sense of smell, sense of touch, sense of taste, sense of hearing. And you also have that sixth sense, that spiritual sense that connects you with the earth, that connects you with the spirit of the people and places around you. And until you master that, you're forever going to be easily led down the path of pursuing things that have no value. That's how you end up with a woman who has no value, because you pursued her for reasons that had no value. Let's get back into this thing, man. Salute to Wallow. $1 million worth of game, man.
Side chicks are seasonal. Okay. A big problem I see, if a man is still in that phase of his life where he's getting where he need to be and he got work to do, you don't deserve a side chick. Side chicks are for hardworking, stable men. You can't afford to take your girl out to a 5-star. You can't have a side chick, and men don't understand that. What you do for one, you got to be able to do it twice. You need to have.
Let me tell you something, man. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. The side chick is not the main chick. You don't do the same thing for the side chick that you do for the main chick. This is why you don't listen to women tell you what the hell you're supposed to do as a man. You do not do that. See, if I was going to tell women if I was a side dude and I was going to tell women how they should treat a side dude, of course, I'm going to say things that are favorable to a side dude. Well, you got to be able to get a side dude as much time as you get a main dude. You got to not answer the phone for the main dude when you're with the side dude, just like you don't answer the phone for the side dude when you're with the main dude. That's not realistic. That way you're making both of us the main dude. It's like you can't make your side chick your main chick. Her as a side chick because she don't deserve to be a main chick. She's a side chick because she is willing to be with a man who already has a main chick. You don't get to no main chick treatment as a side chick. You the side chick. You get the time that the main chick don't want. The main chick go get her hair done. Side chick, I got some time for you. The main chick going to her sister wedding, I ain't going. Side chick, I got some time for you. You the side chick. It's kind of like when the main course is salmon, the side dish is quinoa. Yeah, the quinoa is good with the salmon, but nobody wants to come over and just eat the quinoa and say, well, don't worry about it. You guys have all the salmon to yourself. I'll just eat the quinoa. But somebody will be perfectly fine will come and say, man, we out of quinoa, but we got some salmon in there. All right, okay, I'll just eat a piece of salmon then. Stop letting women tell you what you deserve as a man. If a main chick can't tell you what you deserve, you damn sure can't listen to no side chick tell you what you... Man, bro, I'm not even finna speak on what a side dude's supposed to get. Because I ain't never been there. And I ain't gonna never be one. I'm not... Bro, that is not something you should be striving to be. Now, I have heard women say they would rather be the side chick than the main chick. I've heard women say that. A lot of times, a man will get his ass caught up. That's how you ruin your main situation, by trying to treat your side chick like your main chick. You know, one of the greatest things that ruins relationship when a man got a side chick is him telling the side chick, I'm going to leave my wife for you. I'm going to leave my main chick for you. When you're a side chick, you are not competing with the main chick. Her position is secured from you because you are willing to be the side chick. I have seen men who have made their side chick their main chick, and then they realized that their main chick was still a side chick. It takes a certain level of valuing yourself to not be somebody's side piece, man. Never listen to a woman tell you what you deserve. Because 9 times out of 10, she don't even know what the hell she deserves.
Your resources, your stability. If your woman is rocking with you, even when you're still en route to where you're going, you don't get to have a side chick. Now, once you get there, she good, household good, then you've earned a side chick. But you really won't even get where you need to go if you always have a side chick, because your attention is so divided that you can't even really get there, and that can be detrimental. So not just because you're a man, you get a side chick. It's deserving, hardworking man gets.
Not tell y'all like this. I do kind of agree with what she just said. You can't even get to where you need to be if you got a side chick. But I'm going to take you one further. You can't get the hell where you need to be if you got a main chick. If you ain't where you need to be, you can't worry about now one of them chicks, man. Any woman take too much time. It ain't about dividing your time. One woman take too much time for a man that's on the grind trying to get to where he need to be. It's too time consuming to try to maintain a situation with them. They're needy. Women are emotionally needy. They're spiritually needy. They're financially needy. They're mentally needy. They're physically needy. You only got 24 hours in a day. If you're in a relationship with a woman, man, I'm talking about especially a living relationship, man, you can habitate with a woman, y'all live together, man, you're going to spend at least 8 hours of your day with that woman. 6 to 8 hours of your day going to be spent with that woman. They're going to be spent with her, man. I ain't even talking about sleep. 6 to 8 hours your day going to be spent with that woman. Come on, man. Your weekends. The time that you would normally go grind or be traveling or be moving around, guess what you're going to be doing? You would spend time with that woman. If you on your grind and you ain't got nowhere near you need to be, you ain't got time for no woman. Maybe something to poke on, something to stroke on, but you ain't got time for no relationship. And I would say this, even if you're not where you need to be at all, man, take a hiatus from women. If you broke, let me tell y'all something right now. This gonna hurt. If you broke, you don't deserve no pussy, man. You don't deserve no hot pocket if you ain't got nothing in your pockets. You don't deserve it. You got to tell yourself that. I'm not talking about what society says. I'm talking about you should tell yourself, I don't deserve it because I can't get the quality that I want. I can't get the quality that I want. What's the quality that you want? The quality that's going to look at you as somebody that they need to bow down to. If you ain't got nothing, ain't no woman going to bow down to you, bruh. If you ain't got nothing, ain't no woman going to look at you like you're supposed to be her leader unless she is trash. Only a woman who has nothing, no way to get nothing, and a nothing mindset is going to follow a man who has nothing. Because your ability to lead must show in the result of you leading yourself. That's how your ability to lead shows itself. If you have led yourself nowhere, why would you even want a woman who will follow you and your ass ain't even led yourself nowhere? If you at square one, why would a woman expect you to lead her to square six when your ass is at square one? Even if you at square two, a woman know you could get from square one, look like you making progress. But if you at square one in your life, man, you finna get the bottom of the barrel woman. A woman who has nothing, don't want nothing, just want somebody to cuddle with. Just want somebody to keep her warm at night. I'm telling you what's real, man. You have to not worry about anything except putting yourself in a better position until you get in a better position. Then you could take some time and add some things to your life. If you broke, you ain't got time to do nothing but focus on how to get unbroke. If you broken, you ain't got time to do nothing but focus on how to get unbroken. And one thing you can never do is listen to a woman tell you what you deserve. Never listen to a woman tell you what you deserve. Because here's the thing, in the truth of the matter, you deserve what you demand. And you deserve what you accept. But you ain't gonna find me no man nowhere that ain't got nothing, that's got two women. They both know he got two women. A quality woman is not going to be with a man who has nothing and be okay with him having another woman. It's not going to happen. They're both going to be low quality women, bro. They're both going to be low quality women. That's just the reality of it. Stop trying to outthink reality. Stop trying to act like reality doesn't apply to you. It applies to us all. That's reality, man. It's like trying to get a loan. You can't get a loan if you ain't got no business plan. You can't show these people no paper trail of how profitable your business is. They're not going to loan you money to put into your business until they see that your business is profitable. It's very hard to get a loan for a business that has not proven itself to be profitable. At the very least, has to be an EB, an even breaker. At the very least. Let's give it. And listen, man, listen. There is nothing wrong with being broke at a point in your life. I'm saying if you're broke, you need to focus on your goals. Every man ain't paid. Every man ain't always been paid. All of us have been broke. All of us know what it feels like. But I am saying you have to focus on the right things if you are broke. Ray Allen, appreciate the dime, man. Paying tuition. Doc blessing. Salute to you, Ray. Appreciate it. All right, man. Let's get back into this thing, man.
When I'm in a relationship, I don't believe in spending my money on my man. His money is for me, my money is for me. Okay, so that means when we go out, we go on dates, we go shopping, we do whatever.
Hold on, man. Let's stop right there. Ain't nobody taking you on no dates. Ain't nobody taking you shopping. Man, ain't nobody finna deal with you if you ain't breaking no bread. Let's just keep it a buck. Like, these women who nobody wants have to stop coming on talking crazy like they have these types of options where a man who has money to spend and is willing to spend it is going to spend it on her. Trick on attractive women. That's why attractive women always hunt down tricks, because tricks trick off on attractive women. Nobody is tricking on you, shawty. Nobody. Ain't nobody finna take you. Man, listen, you are what they call a late night creeper. When that man come driving through in that street sweeper, I will go and see my late night creeper. When I hear the rooster cock-a-doodle-doo, that means he is up and at him and pew, shout it, I am too. I am gone. Let's keep it a buck, man. I'm telling you, social media has put a platform everywhere where anybody can just get on and say any type of thing that they want to say. And here's the problem. If you got money, you're going to spend some money, because people who have money spend money. People who have money spend money. And it don't have to be a lot of money, but people who have money spend money. They just do. They see a need, they spend it. My bro see a need, she just spend the money, she go get it. Still surprised the hell out of me sometimes, because it be something that I ain't even think about. But for a woman who looks like this to say her money is her money and his money, that woman ain't got no man. What man she got? Looking like that, what man she got? If she got a man, he finna leave her alone now because she showed up on camera looking like this. Come on, man.
We are using his money. My money does not get touched, okay? That is just the standard. Argue with your mama.
I ain't got nothing to say about that one, man. Let's keep it moving.
OG Percy, right? He's a Crip, right?
Yeah.
And you feel as though
He a 52-year-old Crip. He a 52-year-old Crip. 52-year-old with no vehicle. All your children have been to jail. You smoking weed on camera with your kids with guns. And they just coming home from jail. Everything is super loped out, cuz. It's never, everything is cuz. Every day you in the Crip colors. And the guy who started the game was 14. So you was every bit of 18, 19 when you joined behind 14-year-old. Right? You 52 years old talking about cuz.
Arrested development is a real thing, man. Arrested development is a real thing. There's a story, man. I ain't gonna call no names, man. But I was in high school, man. This is before I even started hustling, man. I was in high school, man, and there was a cat, man. A bunch of cats dropped out, man. They were getting so much money, they just dropped out. And I remember this cat got robbed. You know, he got robbed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, got hit up with the hammer. Just got caught up with a hitter, with a well-known hitter. And later on, years later, maybe a decade later, I mean, he was still getting it, and the hitter was still out there. Hitter tried to hit him again. He laid him out this time. I mean, the hustler laid the hitter out. Within 6 months, he got jammed up because the people already knew if the hitter was on you, you had that work. When he knocked the hitter off, the police said in the paper, we're glad somebody finally got him. He's been a thorn in our side for a long time. Now, this cat got jammed up. About 6 months after that, got jammed up heavy. Did about 10 years fed. Fed day to day, day for day. Came home. Within a year, got jammed up again. Heavy, jammed up. Caught him about 25. He gone. But why? Why did this happen? Because he has arrested development. With arrested development, you find something to cling on to and you stop growing. You see what I'm saying? You find that one thing to cling on to and you stop growing. You don't want to grow. You're so afraid that you're going to lose that thing that you found to cling on to that you don't want to grow from it anymore. You're stuck in it. You're stuck in the mindset. You're stuck in the supposed benefit of it. You're stuck in whatever greatness you think you found in it. And it always ends the same way, with you being an older, stupid looking guy that's doing the same things that 15, 16, 17-year-old boys are doing. Let me tell y'all something right now. If the respect you get is from little boys, from teenagers, and you're a grown man, that means you ain't did shit with your life. The things you're doing in your life, boys that age shouldn't even understand it. They should just see the result and be like, I want that. They should know that whatever they're doing at that age won't get them to where you are. If you're 40, 50 years old, and you're presenting information on any realm, and the youngsters who look at it realize that they can stay on the same path, doing the same thing they're doing at their age to get to where you are, man, you ain't did shit with your life. You've done nothing with your life. Growth is about waking up 2, 3, 4 years later and realizing that your mindset has developed even more. And some of the things you thought have changed, not rearranged and going in the opposite direction, but they have improved. They have become more efficient and effective in your life. But if your thing to do is the same thing you were doing 20, 30, 40 years ago, you're an idiot. Doesn't matter who you are, you're an idiot. Because at some point, life should have been to kick you in the ass enough for you to say, this isn't the way. So when I be hearing guys talking about, man, I can still go through my hood. Man, you 30, 40 years old. Why in the hell do you want to go through your hood? The people you grow with ain't even in there no more. And if they are, man, they toxic as hell. You think I want to go through an old hood to see some dudes that I grew up with that are still there? No. You ain't did nothing with your life if you still there. And if they're all gone, why are you going through a hood that's not even your hood anymore? The dumbest thing. And you know what? You don't never hear nobody say this but brothers. I can still go through my hood. I can still go. Man, let me tell you something, bro. The last time I rode through my hood, man, I was in my big black truck, and I swear, man, I felt like a giant. And this is everything God loved on the truth. I felt like I was going to run off the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was just too big for the environment. It's like the streets were really narrow. It's like my car was taking up the whole road, man. I was riding through. It's like I was seeing the tops of the buildings, man. I was like, damn, this is weird. Like every corner I turned, it felt like if I didn't hug it tight enough, I was just gonna run off the edge of the road, man. Like I went through every spot I had ever hustled in, every spot I had ever done anything in. There was a spot where when I first started hustling, I used to see the plug come every morning. I don't know where he was coming from, never did find out. But he'd be at that light right there, waiting to get on the interstate, go back to his side of town. I bent around my hood. I stopped there at that light, man. I did that. Man, I almost ran off the road, man, because the road was so small. And as I was riding through, I was like, damn, boy, you talking about outgrowing an environment? I mean, boy, you talk about understanding that you don't fit into an environment anymore. Well, I was like, damn, man, that's crazy. And so what I did, man, I realized then that growth means that the places and people from the past are smaller. That's what growth means. If you're 5'5", the people who are 5'7" are taller than you. When you get 5'11", 6 feet, 6'1", the people who are 5'7" that used to be giants are shorter than you now. That's what growth is. When you got $10, the people who have $10,000, they're richer than you. You are thinking about what you'd do if you had 10 bands. You mess around and get $250,000, and you're like, damn, 10 bands ain't nothing. You're trying to keep yourself from going to spend 10 bands on something. See what I'm saying? You men have to understand that growth is growth, and it is your job as a man to grow and show the people behind you how to grow, not how to murder, not how to get locked up, not how to hustle, not how to get girls pregnant, not how to get laid, not how to grow. That is your responsibility. If you can't teach anyone how to grow, shut up. T-Fit, salute, man. Appreciate the dime. T-Fit say, man, fear of growth is fear of life. It is, man. It is. And that growth, that's why any woman I come into contact with, she automatically falls under my tutelage, falls under my guidance. Because she could look at a man who is growing. She could tell that, man, this man is grown. See, being grown is just the past tense of growth. After you grow, you've grown. Let's get back into this thing, man.
Your mother's house. You stay with your mother. You have no vehicle. You have no woman.
When you're younger, you want to date older guys. And I'm not saying when you get older, you want to date younger guys, but when you get older, only younger guys want to date you. It's the wildest thing. Literally, guys will DM me or want to take me out, and I'll Google them. I'll be like, you're 22 years old. Like, what? How? Like, how does this work? But like, so confident, so like, I want to take you out. I think you're amazing. And I'm just like, what's the cutoff? Like, I don't know the cutoff. I'm just saying, what is the cutoff?
What Lala is experiencing right now is what happens when a woman ages out of her value pool. So men who understand women and have options don't want her. They just don't. Men who understand women and have options do not want a woman who's older than 30. Like, we just don't, unless you're much older, man. Like, we just don't. And you just heard her say, it's not because men seek out younger women. It's because younger women want to date older men. I hear this all the time, man. Well, man, young women don't want to date older men. Yes, they do. Young men do everything in their power to get financially situated like older men so they can be relevant to younger women. Younger women don't really want to date the men their age. A couple that's the same age is more likely to get divorced. Like, it just doesn't happen. It's not. This is just the way it is. Oh, younger women want to date older men just as much as older men date younger women. Like, they're kind of like a match made in heaven, man. They fit together. It's hand in glove, baby. But then you'll have another woman who's aged out, and younger men are in her DM like that. And let's see what she has to say. How she tries to shame you and I because young women like us. Young women like us, man. Listen, you're talking to a man who doesn't cold approach women. I never approach a woman who doesn't show me attraction confirmation. Ever. I never do. Ever. And the only women who show me attraction confirmation are under 30. Sometimes too far under 30. Like, let me run away from you under 30. But they're always under 30. I don't get attraction confirmation from older women. I get attraction confirmation from women under 30. Mostly between 25 and 28, 29, sometime 30, some between 25 and 30. But every now and then, man, younger than I like. I ain't gonna go too young, man. That ain't my style. But let's hear what a woman has to say when she don't get no attention from older men or younger men. Peep game.
Any guy who goes after a girl significantly younger than them is severely lacking in their life. And I mean that confidence-wise, I mean like they are falling short in so many places that is the only place they can turn to feel like they have something on the scale of power.
And ultimately it's predatory. There's just no way to because you're manipulating someone who is not aware of what they're giving you. Yeah. And it's unfair.
When a woman hits a certain age, she'll throw everybody under the bus. Do you see how she disrespected a younger woman like she has no idea what she's doing? See that term manipulation? That comes from a woman who's been taken advantage of by a man before. And I get that. If you're a younger woman and a guy man just wanted to, you gave him your all and all that, I don't condone that. I don't condone a man dealing with a younger woman and just dealing with her and just running through it and ruining her and doing all that, especially if she was the type that could be molded and scolded, into what you wanted her to be, man. I believe that you should do that. You know what I'm saying? You should not take a younger woman and just run through it, especially if you're a dude, man, if you got experience in life, man, you should already have had all your fun to do all that type of stuff, which if you thought it was fun. But when you get a woman, man, that's worth developing and growing into something, man, then you got to build her into something, man. If she like Play-Doh in your hand, man, shape her and build her into what you want her to be. So sometimes that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? There are some unscrupulous characters out here, man. We know them. There are some unscrupulous characters out here that will simply, I guess, do it for points or stripes on their shirt. They don't understand that some things are meant to be tools. Everything ain't meant to be used up, man, and discarded. Some things in your life are meant to be tools. You understand? And so with me, if I with a younger woman in my life, man, she gonna have to be a tool that can be used, man. And there are benefits to it. Like, men have to stop acting like there are no benefits to being with you. There's benefits to being with me. That's why a woman got to deserve it. But I will say this: it is not no damn predatory behavior if I'm with a younger woman. It is not no terrible behavior if a younger woman likes me and I like that younger woman. See, here's the thing. You can't pursue any woman. You can't get any woman who doesn't want you. This is a woman who is upset with a man because a younger woman wants him. Why are you even concerned? Why does it even matter to you that a younger woman wants me? Like Lala just said, younger women like dating older men. That's just the way it is. It is stability. Women like stability. That's why a lot of young women sometimes get caught up with the look of stability. See, you could pull up in a flashy car and a young woman will think that's stability. A young woman don't know that man over there in that Honda Pilot over there is worth 27 million, while that dude right there in that really fast Porsche is living check to check. He's upside down in life. He's in the red. But she don't know that. So there are some times it's kind of like with you. Not every young woman you come across is going to be young in the mind. Some of them got a whole bunch of experience. And so they're going to be old in the mind, but young in the behind. You understand what I'm saying? You have to understand that every situation develops into what it's supposed to be because it's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be that. So I guess something wrong with me. I'm on a power chase. I got to have the power. So that's why I got younger women, because I got to chase the power. I can't get no power any other kind of way. No, here's the problem. I shouldn't have to think about power when it comes to a woman. See, this is a woman that wants a man to compete with her. Well, she wants to compete with you. She wants there to be a power struggle between her and you. And that's why Mia Khalifa is going to be the Hispanic version of Vivica A. Fox. She is well on her way to being that. Why? Because she wants you and I to seek her validation and associate our value with the physical attractiveness of a woman, with the self-proclaimed maturity value of a woman. She wants us to listen to what she says and say, well, Mia Khalifa says that I should have an older woman like her, so that's what I'm gonna do. But that's not what the hell we gonna do. Oh, she Arab, man, my bad. Lebanese, Arab, man, whatever she is, man. You know, I don't know. My bad. My bad. My bad. Okay, Lebanese or Arab, whatever she is, whatever her nationality is, maybe not Hispanic. Whatever her nationality is, the point still stands. You have to stop listening to society's idea of what you should value. Okay, you got a younger woman, enjoy that younger woman. Make sure that younger woman enjoys you as well. You like a soft-bodied woman? Don't let these people tell you you're supposed to have one of these muscular women with blocked up abs. I don't want a woman with blocked up abs, bro. That woman's body is hard. I want a soft, feminine body. I don't want no hard body, man. A hard body? Come on, bro. I don't want that. Now, am I saying I want Lizzo? No, but I'm saying I want a woman that's soft and feminine. Natural hair versus fake. Okay, if you don't mind wigs and weaves, get them. I like natural hair. It's just my thing. I like to be able to pull it like a bullet and not have to worry about it coming off and not have to worry about nothing. A woman with natural hair ain't really got no problem with you grabbing the whole to it, because she can go right in the bathroom and fix it. She ain't pay a whole lot of money to get something added to it where if you mess it up, she got to go back to somebody else and get it done. Fake up versus bare face. Me, I don't mind a woman having some slight skin imperfections. I like it. It looks natural. I ain't saying, man, I want a woman, man, you know what I'm saying, look like a zipper, but you get what I'm saying. But if you like to fake up, man, hey, man, get your one with a fake up. Get your one with a makeup contract, a makeup deal, if that's what you need to do. But stop letting society tell you what you're supposed to like as a man, especially women. Stop listening to women tell you what you're supposed to like. And let me tell you the worst thing, man. Let me tell you the worst thing. We'll get to it. And this is going to, we're going to hurt some feelings here, man. Let's get back into this.
Honestly, and I know it's crazy to think about. If we're on the boat and something's going crazy, and one of my kids are floating that way, and my wife is floating that way, and I can't save both of them, who do I save, bro? The real answer, the only answer is your wife. And I love. She gonna tell me to save the kids.
Women always say that. Mishi will say the same
They always
thing.
will, bro.
Yeah,
but
real.
We have 3 kids. We can make more kids. We can't make this.
Now, if you agree with Channing Crowder, man, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with old Channing Crowder, man. Let me grab some right quick. Y'all put a 1 in the chat, man. I'll be right back. Put a 1 in the chat, man. Go ahead, throw the 1s in the chat if you agree with Channing Crowder. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree, man. All right. All right. Now, I see a lot of twos in the chat, but I'm going to tell y'all like this. That's that man's wife. And for some reason, a lot of you men are forgetting what, let me say it wrong, what Genesis chapter 2, verse 23 through 25 says. Let's go 22. Let's go 21. And the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of the man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Therefore shall a man cleave unto his wife. The dumbest thing that two people could say is, if a woman says, I'm going to save the children so I can struggle with them as a single mom and leave them fatherless. Or a man to say, I'm going to save not all the children, one child. I'm going to save that one child and leave all three of them motherless. Yes, you could find another woman, but if she's a good mother to those children, you dumb as hell if you think you're going to find a woman who did not bear those children that's going to be a good mother to them like that. You're dumb as hell. See, we got to stop viewing everything from the perspective of viewing a woman as a scallywag. This is this man's wife. We can't really say she's a scallywag. He don't think so. But if you have a woman that you as a man are willing to put in that wife position because she what? Because she earned it, then how crazy is it for you to say, I got 3 children, I'll save that one, as opposed to saving the mother of the other 2, and then all 3 of us are here, and now I got to try to navigate the world with 3 boys who watched their mother die. Yes, there's one child that's gonna go. Well, guess what? Like Channing Crowder said, you can make another child. Now you got 3. And I heard something about some simp say, well, you can't make that child again. So the hell what? Stop thinking like a woman. Stop being a simp. Watching them children, them children watching their mama die, boy, they'll never get over that. Watching your sibling die with both of your parents there, they can love you and rebuild you through that. They can help you get through that. They can be there to give you the love and support you need to make it through that as a child. The logical decision to make is to say, okay, we're going to lose one child, but we got to be here for these other 2. We have to be here for these other 2. Both of us, these 2 kids need their parents. They need both of their parents more than they need that damn sibling over there. They need both of their, man, listen, let's not act like we don't know the importance of a 2-parent household. When a man is the father and the woman is the mother, a properly run household, let's not act like we don't understand the value of it. Now, I'm not talking about a man who's there every day, doing the lovey-doveyness and all that. No, I'm talking about a man who is going to get the bread to make sure that the woman has the ability to be the proper mother to those children. Let's be with it, man. Let's be realistic, man. I get it. I get it. I get it. As a man, you say, well, we're going to protect my seed. I'm going to protect my seed. But how the hell are you protecting your seed when you are going to raise them by yourself? And let's be honest, a single dad ain't going to be no hell of a move no more than a single mom would. Because the children are going to miss out on all the love and lovey-doveyness that they need, especially if they're young. They need that lovey-doveyness. Any man who didn't get that lovey-doveyness, enough of it as a kid, man, he has some things to overcome. When you're a baby, toddler, man, you need that. You need that love from your mother until you wake up one day and be like, you know what? I think I'd rather go with my dad. At that point, it's over. Mom's time is done. But let's be realistic, man. Those kids will grow up. Those kids will grow up and they will remember how you let their mother die. And let's be honest, those kids love their mother more than they love their sibling. All kids do. At that age, all kids love their mother more than they love their siblings. So those kids are going to wonder why you sat and let their mama die to save that little dude right there. Let's be honest, man. We have to think about things from a masculine perspective, a logical perspective, void of emotionality. See, am I saying a man can't feel emotion? No. No. Let me tell you something. I have an emotional connection with my bras, man. I have a spiritual connection. I'm just not emotionally attached. There is a connection. There is an exchange. It is fun. I'm telling you, boy, it is fun. It's an amazing experience. Every time I've ever been in a situation in my life, it's been an amazing experience. That's why I have nothing but amazing experiences, because I can be emotionally connected to a woman without being emotionally attached to a woman. Meaning, when she doesn't deserve to be in my life anymore, I can cut it. That's why I can openly enjoy the experience, because I know I'm not going to be stuck in it if she stops performing optimally. It's going to be over. Here's the thing. You men have to understand that although you can feel emotion and be emotionally connected to a woman, you cannot make emotional decisions. You cannot make emotional decisions. And that's it, brothers. And I know, I can't, somebody gonna chop this man, be like, BOA is a bad dad. He says I don't give a damn. Let's finish this thing up, man. Now, I will say this also. You heard his wife say, I'm going to say the children. Here's the thing. That is an issue. That is an issue. That means that he's not probably connected with his woman. That ain't got nothing to do with those children need their mother. But for me, my brother's not finna say no kid and let daddy go to the wayside. It's just not finna happen. She's not gonna do it. She is not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. She is not gonna save one kid and just let daddy fall to the wayside. Nope. Not going. So I don't know what Channing Crowder got going on, man. But I ain't got that type of shit going on. But let's finish this thing up, man. Let's finish it up.
If we was all on a motherfucking boat and that bitch started to go down like the Titanic and there was only a certain number of lifeboats, they gonna say women and children first. And if you a nigga, if you say, hell no, man, I'm getting the boat first, immediately you're gonna be judged. Just because you value your life over allowing a bitch and a baby to live over you, women don't have them kind of problems. We ain't asked to sacrifice our life because we are a certain gender. We ain't asked that. In situations where it's a choice, the world places a burden on men just for being a man. I'm gonna break the shit down even deeper, cause that might have went over some of y'all head. And this is any situation. When you look at, we could be in the store, motherfucker come in shooting or trying to rob or harm people. Who do, as a culture, as a country, who do we feel like should step up and fight for the safety of the people? Ain't nobody saying bitches and babies in the front. Fight the killer off. Nobody's gonna say that. They gonna say, what is you niggas doing in the back? Get to the front.
Again, this right here, it's gonna hurt some feelings. Let me tell y'all something. What she's saying is true. But so the fuck what? We're men. We fight, we destroy, we protect, we build, we destroy. That's what we do. When did we get to the point in the world where dudes need to be coddled so damn much that you need to be told, oh, it's going to be all right. I know there's an expectation for you to be a man. I know that you're supposed to be a warrior and the woman don't have to be a warrior. Why in the fuck are y'all comparing yourselves to women? Help me understand that. Why are y'all comparing yourselves to women? Y'all might well go get pregnant and have some babies too. Man, I don't compare myself to women. I don't say the things that I have to do as a man and say, well, women don't have to do that. Man, that's beta as hell. Y'all better stop letting these women soften y'all the hell up, man, catering to y'all and pandering to y'all and shit. Yes, what they say is true, but it doesn't matter. When they get through saying that, you still got to be a damn man. If you don't want to be a man, go back and get daddy ball sack and pray to come out as a woman. I bet by the time you get 10, your ass be back over here with a set of gonads. Stop letting this pander talk make you soft as a man, make you regret the things that you're required to do as a man. When wars are fought and countries are taken over and wealth is built, men do that. You don't hear no men talking about, okay, well, we're going to do that, but let's let all the women and children go to the front and get all the glory for winning this war. No. Y'all watch sports. When the last time you saw the Warriors win, and then they say, no, we ain't going to come up here and accept the trophy. Let's let our women come up there and accept it. When does this happen? Okay, women say things that are true, but so what? You already know the shit. We're getting to a point in the world where men need the reality of being a man to be softened by the femininity of a woman or the Love Dorsiness of Love Dorsey. But it's a bunch of this going around where y'all need to be given something in baby doses. So the hell what? You damn right if I got my old lady and my kids with me, man, somebody running the store acting stupid. You damn right I'm gonna put them behind me, man. That's just the natural protector in me coming out. I don't want my woman to jump out in front of me. I'll protect you. She ain't intimidating to nobody. She ain't no threat. You got to protect you and everything that's under your guidance. Everything you own. You own your woman. You own your family. You own your wealth. You have to protect everything. It's a natural inclination for a man to protect. Let somebody run up in your house. What you gonna do? Oh, baby, I'm gonna get under the bed with the children. Go and take care of that. No, it's natural in you. And nobody's asking you to do shit. It's natural in you to do it. We ain't worrying about society's expectations. It's natural in us to fight, to go to war, to defend what's ours. It ain't because society said, hey, you men better go over there. Hell no, society expects it because that's what the fuck we do. That's what we about. Society know we about to come and wreck shop. Ain't it because society said, I'm going to flip a coin. Heads, the men got to do it. Tails, the women got to do it. Up, heads, men, y'all got to go. Man, come on, man. Stop letting the voice of women soften you as a man by sympathizing with your supposed plight as a man. Yes, is it harder to navigate life as a man? Yes, but if you navigate it, it's much more fucking rewarding than navigating life as a woman. I can tell you that much. Much more rewarding. When you come up out of the dump and stop talking about, the child support and all that type of silly hood ghetto shit. When you come out of that ghetto talk, that hood talk, the rewards of being a man and attaining success in this life are much greater than the rewards of being a woman and attaining success in this life. It's just much greater. It's much greater. So let's not act like the hard work part of it. It's something that we need a woman to tell us, oh, I feel so sorry for. Men have a hard time getting laid. Men have a hard time getting paid. Men have a hard time getting a wife. Men have a hard time living their life. Men have a hard time. Come on, man. I don't want to hear no more of that shit. We were built to grind harder. We were built to work harder. A woman can't outwork me. A woman can't outgrind me. A woman can't outbuild me. A woman can't outthrill me. A woman can't outkill me if that's what's necessary. Listen, man. Listen. You have to do two things. You have to apply pimp principles when dealing with women, and you have to apply warrior tactics when dealing with men. Both of them are cerebral undertakings. You have to be spiritually astute, and you have to be a cerebral stalwart in order to navigate these relationships, because that's what it takes. Lack of emotional attachment and full-fledged spiritual foundation embracing is what it takes to navigate this. Well, stop listening to society's idea of what you should value. Stop receiving instruction from women about how to deal with women because they have never dealt with women from the perspective of a man dealing with a woman. Stop valuing beauty more than you value content of character. Stop believing the hot pocket has more value than your money. Stop becoming a man who chases women and risk everything else. Stop ignoring the positivity of wanting who wants you. Stop not valuing yourself more than any woman. Stop learning from professors who let the students test them. Women don't shit test me. I don't take shit tests, I give them. You can't tell me nothing about women if women shit test you. I don't want to hear how you pass shit tests. That means you take them. That means you allow yourself to be tested by your students. You are a horrible professor. You are a terrible professor. You should be fired. You shouldn't have never been hired. Your ass should retire. Your ass can't inspire. Dr. BOA is on fire. Stop doing whatever it takes to get or keep a broad, man. Stop giving a woman anything she didn't earn, whether good or bad. Stop relaxing the necessary requirements for earning those things, man. Stop doing these things, man. And that is how you remember to always put you before the broad. Always. The only way a woman's going to put you before her is if you put you before her and demand that she focuses on the things that are important to you. But there has to be employee morale boosters. Has to be a benefit to following you to the ends of the earth. And if you can show a woman that benefit, she will follow. And when she get your dome, she will swallow. So let's head on out of here, man. Famo, I see you in the joint, man. Let's get ready to slide out here. I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. Appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate everything y'all doing, man. Got a couple of new things coming up for y'all, man, real soon, man. And hey, man, I appreciate all the support, man. My brother, Spiritual Alpha. Appreciate the $50 sponsorship of the show, man. Keep letting the Most High use you, Doc. Salute to your Spiritual Alpha, man. Good chop up with you, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. Like Famo said, man, don't change for nobody. Don't change for nobody but you. You built you and been doing this for years. I ain't gonna let no chick change all I built myself to be. She's a fraction of my life. I'm talking about a very small fraction, a minute fraction. So look at here, man. I think we should